In a quiet valley surrounded by high cliffs, there was a river that flowed with a gentle, steady current. Villagers often marveled at its beauty but dismissed its strength. They believed it was no match for the massive boulders and towering cliffs that stood in its path. One day, a young farmer named Lisa sat by the riverbank, discouraged by her own struggles. Lisa had dreams of transforming her barren fields into lush gardens. But no matter how hard she worked, it looked as if her efforts would never pay off. As she stared at the water, an old fisherman approached. Seeing the sadness on her face, he asked, "Hey, are you okay? What's the matter?" Lisa responded, "My work is pointless. I try and I try, but the results are small and slow. Sometimes it feels like I'm fighting against forces that are too big to overcome." The fisherman smiled knowingly and asked Lisa, "Well, do you see the river?" Lisa said, "Yeah, I see it." He continued, "It may seem gentle, but it carved the paths that you see today. Long ago, this river was just a trickle of water, barely visible among the rocks. It began its journey from the mountaintop, flowing downward with no idea of where it was going or what lay ahead. At first, it met resistance. Rocks blocked its paths, and the earth soaked up much of its water. But the river didn't stop. It flowed steadily, persistently. It didn't fight the obstacles. In fact, it worked with them, finding crevices and cracks to slip through. The fisherman continued, "As the river grew stronger, it encountered even greater challenges. Massive boulders and deep cliffs that seemed hard to overcome. Yet the river didn't try to move the boulders all at once. Instead, it flowed around them day by day, month by month, year by year, wearing them down little by little. At times, the river's progress seemed invisible, but it never stopped. Each drop of water, yes, even the small droplets, played a part in shaping the landscape. Over time, the boulders eroded and the cliffs gave way, creating the valley that we see today." Lisa looked at the fisherman and said, "Are you saying that the river's strength comes from its patience?" The fisherman responded, "Patience played a part, but not as much as the river's consistency and self-mastery. The river didn't rush, didn't try to force its way through. It simply kept flowing day after day, no matter what stood in its way." The fisherman looked eye to eye with Lisa and said, "Lisa, your efforts are like this river. You may not see results right away, but every action you're taking is shaping the path before you. With discipline, you'll keep flowing. With self-mastery, you'll adapt to challenges. And in time, you'll transform those barren fields into a garden as beautiful as this valley." And Lisa said, "I think I got it. The secret is to keep flowing, all the while knowing that the greatest change happens through small, consistent actions over time. Discipline and self-mastery. These are the bedrocks of long-term success." If you look at anyone who's achieved greatness in their life, you will find one common thread. They had the discipline to keep moving forward when it was hard, to keep moving forward when it was inconvenient, to keep moving forward when they straight up didn't feel like it. Today, we are going to talk about why discipline and self-mastery matter and how you can cultivate these qualities into your own life. Discipline is often misunderstood. Some think of it as restrictive or boring, but in reality, discipline, it is the key to freedom. When you have discipline, you're no longer a slave to impulses, distractions, or short-term desires. Instead, you are in control of your time, your energy, and your choices. Think of it this way. Have you ever spent hours scrolling on your phone only to feel regret later? If so, you know how fleeting gratification can trap you. Discipline allows you to break free from those patterns. It's the tool that helps you say, nope, I need to put this away. Nope, I can't do that, not now. I'm building something bigger. Discipline lays the foundation for stability. Without it, our lives become chaotic and inconsistent. With it, we create routines and systems that lead us to the meaningful progress that we're after. Discipline allows you to prioritize what truly matters to you, whether that be your career or relationships. It's worth reflecting on the paradox of discipline. By saying no to certain things, you're actually saying yes to a life of greater meaning and fulfillment. Think about athletes, artists, entrepreneurs who achieve remarkable feats. Their success isn't random. Success in any area isn't random. It's the result of countless disciplined choices made daily, often unseen by others. My favorite thing about discipline is by embracing discipline, we take control of our own narratives in life. When you embrace discipline, you get to steer your life toward your chosen destination rather than being blown off course by every momentary whim. The concept of self-mastery takes discipline even further. Self-mastery is about understanding yourself so deeply that you can guide your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with intention. When you master yourself, you no longer allow external circumstances to dictate how you show up in life. Think about the last time you faced a challenge. Maybe it was a difficult conversation, a tempting distraction, or a setback in your plans. Did you react impulsively, or did you respond with clarity and purpose? Self-mastery, it is the ability to pause, assess, and choose your response. A skill that separates those who simply react from those who lead their lives with purpose. Self-mastery gives you the emotional resilience to keep going when things are difficult. It's not about suppressing your emotions, it's about understanding them. When you know why you're frustrated or tempted to quit, you can address the root cause rather than letting it derail you. Imagine standing in a storm. Without self-mastery, you're like a leaf that's being tossed by the wind, at the mercy of every gust. With self-mastery, you become the tree with deep roots. You may sway under pressure, but you'll never be uprooted by it. This ability to remain grounded despite external chaos is what allows you to stay focused on your goals no matter what life throws your way. So how do we begin to cultivate discipline and self-mastery? How do you build these life-changing skills? First, start with the small wins. You don't build discipline overnight. Start small. Pick one habit that aligns with your goals and commit to it. It could be as simple as waking up 30 minutes earlier. It could be as simple as I'm going to take a walk 20 minutes a day. It could be as simple as rather than grabbing my phone before bed, I'm just going to grab my journal and write my thoughts down. Small wins create momentum and prove to yourself that you are capable of following through. Each small victory is like adding a brick to the foundation of your self-discipline. And over time, these bricks build a fortress of resilience. Never underestimate the power of small, consistent action. Even the tallest skyscrapers, they're built one brick at a time. And it's up to you to not get overwhelmed and to not become stressed out by how long something's taking, but to make the quality decision that I am going to pick up this brick and add it every single day. Number 2, create a vision. Discipline is a lot easier when you have a clear vision to what you're working on. Stephen Covey says, begin with the end in mind. Take time to visualize your ideal life. What does success look like for you? And the reason I said for you is because there's many different definitions out there about what success is. But anything that fulfills its purpose is successful. And that's whether it's an object or a person. So consider, what's your purpose? What does success look like for me? What kind of person do you want to become? Write it down. When you have a compelling reason to stay disciplined, it becomes so much easier to resist distractions. Your vision, it acts as your compass. When you're tempted to veer off course, revisiting your vision reminds you of the bigger picture. It reminds you of why you're picking up that brick every day. Never forget that it is the why behind the effort that keeps you anchored and grounded in purpose. Number 3, build systems, not willpower. Oh, this is a good one. Relying on willpower alone is exhausting. And some days, we ain't got it like that. So instead of always leaning on willpower, set up systems that make discipline easier. A system is an energy protector. It's a way of doing things that allows you to get the task done without overexerting an unnecessary amount of energy. So if you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods. I'm not saying don't have a Snickers every once in a while, but if all you have in your house is Snickers, guess what? If you want to work out regularly, schedule it on your calendar and lay out your workout clothes the night before. I have been on this streak of walking every day. And when the weather's bad, I use the walking pad, little in-house treadmill. It was time for bed, and I pulled out the walking pad, plugged it in, set my shoes and my clothes next to it. And I was asked, "You about to go on a walk?" I said, "Not now, but I know if my situation is not set up, when that alarm goes off at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., guess who might just hit the snooze button?" Systems reduce decision fatigue and make good choices automatic. I want you to think of systems as the guardrails on the path to your goals. They keep you from straying too far, even on the days when motivation wanes. By designing your environment to support your goals, success is inevitable. Number 4, practice delayed gratification. Long-term success requires giving up short-term pleasures. Practice delaying gratification in small ways. For example, if you're tempted to scroll on social media, set a timer and tell yourself to check it for 20 minutes. Over time, you will strengthen your ability to prioritize long-term goals over immediate desires. Delayed gratification is a muscle that grows stronger with use. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes to resist distractions and stay focused on what truly matters. Number 5, embrace accountability. One of my favorite quotes is that growth is a team sport. Share your goals with those that you trust. Now, you can't share it with everybody, but you need to share it with someone who you trust will keep you accountable as it pertains to what you are wanting out of life. Knowing that someone else is tracking your progress can sometimes be a powerful motivator. Accountability is so effective because it creates a sense of responsibility and keeps you aligned with your commitments. Think of accountability as a mirror that reflects your progress. It provides both encouragement and constructive feedback, ultimately helping you to stay on track. Number 6, as always, reflect and adjust. What's working? What's not? Be honest with yourself and simplify it. What's working and what's not working for me? Now, you're going to have the courage to kick out the things that are not working for you. Adjust strategies as needed. This reflection helps you stay intentional and learn from your experiences. Journaling is a powerful tool for reflection. You might be the type of person that has a notebook that you want to write things on, but nowadays, even our phones, there's an app where you can journal things. By taking a few moments each day to document your experiences and your thoughts, you gain clarity and identify patterns that either support or hinder your growth. When you develop discipline and self-mastery, the benefits extend far beyond personal success. You inspire others through your example. Honor is a gift that is given to yourself that is eventually acknowledged by others. Your confidence in life grows when you know that you can count on you. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a lake and you drop a pebble into the water. That pebble is your commitment to discipline. And when the pebble is dropped into the water, it creates ripples that spread outward, ultimately influencing every area of your life. That's the power of discipline and self-mastery. And as those ripples extend, they touch the lives of others. Your discipline then encourages others to stay focused. Your self-mastery fosters harmony in your relationships. Your example becomes a beacon of possibility for those around you. And the good news is, you don't have to be perfect to start. Because discipline isn't about never slipping up. It's about getting back on track when you do. Self-mastery isn't about controlling every emotion, but learning to guide your life with intention. Every choice you make today shapes the person that you become tomorrow. So start small, stay consistent, and trust the process. Because when you master you, there's no limit to what you can achieve. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to hit that subscribe button and join our community. We are building a community of growers and believers. So if you're someone that wants to better yourself, join the community and drop a comment that will encourage somebody else. Always remember that growth is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm in it with you, and I'll see you on the next one.